Some hypnosis schools will teach you this incorrect principle of the mind, which is the mind will do exactly what you want it to do. This is highly inaccurate. And please do not take this into your client sessions because the mind does not do what it thinks you want it to do. Because if that were to be true, everyone who says that they will be a millionaire will become a millionaire, and it just happens, right? Unfortunately, that is not true because our unconscious mind is stubborn as fuck. It is super stubborn. It loves homeostasis. And so when we try to come out of our homeostasis, so maybe that person is earning six figures in a year and they want to be a millionaire, that is still a big gap. The homeostatic set point is six figures, whereas when you go to seven figures, that's a big leap. And naturally, the mind will pull that person back to their homeostatic set point because that is familiar, and the mind likes familiar because familiar is safe. It is how we survive and make sure that we don't die today, right? That is the main, really, that's the brain's biggest job, is for survival, to keep us alive. And so if somehow the unconscious mind doesn't feel safe to level up to seven figures, for whatever reason. And this is the biggest thing, right? It's the perception of the mind, how the mind perceives what is unsafe. But if that person feels that they are unsafe to jump from six to seven figures, then it ain't happening, right? It ain't happening. They're going to get themselves pulled back. This is what we call self-sabotage. And so we cannot just tell our mind to do what it wants. Sure, eventually the mind does learn with repetition, and that is true. And with repetition, it can help, but it it will take a very long time. Let's just say it will take a very long time, especially if the payoff of staying at six figures is huge. And a lot of the things in their life are going to change massively. Then, just saying seven figures is not going to be good enough for them, for repetition to do its thing. Because if you don't know what the unconscious mind is holding on to by wanting to stay in homeostasis, then it doesn't really matter what we tell ourselves. It's just going to say, no, I'm staying here in this familiar, safe place because that is what feels familiar to me. It doesn't matter if you feel that you're going to be happier, as long as it doesn't feel safe, it won't let you do it. It's a natural protective mechanism which has a lot of good benefit in our lives, but it holds us back a lot. So I just really want to challenge your thinking here and make sure that you don't take this into your client sessions. And, instead of saying suggestions over and over, look at your client results objectively, look at your life objectively. What affirmations have you told yourself over and over, and are you closer to that goal? If it is yes, and then you're doing the right thing. But at the same time, also look at the things in your life and objectively look at what's working and what's not working, because there are other ways that are faster to really help you to get to that next level that doesn't require you to repeat affirmations that are not going to be accepted by your mind. Your mind accepting a suggestion is a very intricate process that it's not just going to be that is not just going to be solved or opened up just by relaxation. And so I'm sure you've learned this in your hypnosis school, but really just allow yourself to open up your thinking. Don't believe that false narrative. And when you work with clients, just be curious to really see what their payoff is, because that's going to be more helpful for them, for you to deliver the results that you helped them with.